I'm pretty sure I've mentioned in a video or two that I like to try different shit and emulate certain players and certain mannerisms and things like that. I just like to try stuff, and every now and then I'll do something that'll become like a permanent part of, my style, which is ever evolving style. But it's not all chaos, okay? I try to make things a little bit organized, more organized than I might have indicated. And one of the things that I've done is I've broken my shooting, I guess my pre-shot routine and my shooting routine, I don't know words, broken that up into 3 different stages. And what I want to talk about here for this little video is the first stage. Before I even get into any of that at all, though, I am not one of those people that is ever going to tell anybody, do this, shoot that way, tighten your bridge, loosen your grip, lock your leg. I'm never going to be that person because I don't like those people that do that. Everybody is different. And everybody has different styles, especially if they've been playing for any length of time. And sometimes it's not really worth changing it for something stupid or simple. Loosen your grip. Okay, what good does that do you if you've been playing with a tight grip for 20 years? Doesn't do you any good at all. Probably hurts. Anyway, that's just me. So anything I say here is just about me. My camera, my channel. So I get to talk about me for a bit. So say I'm playing one pocket, and me and my opponent both need 3. He was nice enough to miss and leave me this layout. So I get up from my chair. What I do is I look at that cue ball with my right eye, that's my dominant eye, and I do not take my eyes off of this cue ball. As I come around the table, I can see the object balls and the target pocket in like my peripheral vision, but my focus is on this cue ball. And it'd be the same thing if I was just sitting here and my opponent just missed and left me this. Cue ball, cue ball, cue ball. Looking at this cue ball does several things for me. It allows me to start the process of getting in alignment by knowing exactly where this ball is. So I can once I pick a shot, and I will eventually pick a shot, let's say I'm going to shoot to 2. So I can see the 2 out of my peripheral vision, I can see the target pocket out of my peripheral vision. Because I'm still raised up, I can see the angle that the 2's got to take. It's not much of one, but it's a little bit of an angle. Some people have really good vision. Maybe they can be all the way down here and see the angle. For me, I just don't. I have to be standing up. So I do all of my alignment standing up. And it starts just with approaching the table. The other thing that always looking at this cue ball does for me is it lets my subconscious, my inner pool player, whatever, know this distance from the cue ball to me. Sometimes you're going to have to stretch out. Sometimes you might have to jack up and do some weird stuff. So you're not always going to be the same distance. But I do think it's important for me that I know what the distance is. So I get up here, and I don't think you can see my feet, but I'm shuffling around. I'm staring at this cue ball, keeping the 2 ball and the target pocket in mind, getting alignment with my right eye. And I'm moving my right foot especially around. One of the guys that I play with a lot, he'll say, well, I didn't know you could dance, Dave. Yeah, it was funny like the first 200 times. It's not funny anymore. But that's what it kind of looks like, a really horrible dance. Is I'm getting the ball of my right foot on the shot line. So this eye's on the shot line. And now, so is the ball of my right foot is on the shot line. Everything's in alignment as far as that goes. honestly, I don't know what happens with this foot. Once I start bending over, that's a different stage. I'm still in the ready stage. The ready stage is all about approach and be in alignment, and then the ready stage is done. It's a pretty simple stage, but it's very important. I don't think you can skip it. I don't think you can skip it. So I'll get up on the shot. And now, ready stage is done right now. Because my eye's in alignment with the shot line, and so is my right foot. This hand, I guess it just will be, just because I've been playing for a while. It's going to be here hanging at my hip. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be doing this. That would be weird, but I guess some people probably do that. Hey, more power to you if that's your thing. It's weird, but if that's your thing, go for it. So, if I get in alignment, this is just hanging at my hip. The only thing left to get aligned is the tip. I could do the tip and line it up by moving my grip hand, but that's not what I do. What I do is I line it up with my bridge hand. And this actually happens. This alignment, this is a big exaggeration. I don't do this when I'm playing, okay? This is during the transition between the ready stage and the set stage. The set stage is getting into the stance. That'll be another video. The ready stage technically ends right here. But there's a little transition that happens with this tip. To get this tip on the same shot line that everything else is on, to get it on there, including what English am I going to use. Now, if I'm going to use English on a shot, I know that as I'm coming up here and as I'm doing my little dance and as I'm getting in alignment and all that. I have to know everything about my alignment and the shot line before I start to bend over, because I can't figure it out once I bend over. I can't see well enough to do that. But I can do this, and then I can put the tip in the right alignment, and then shoot. Rattle that ball home, didn't I? Then I do the same thing. I don't just jump over and shoot. I don't just lean over and shoot. I do the whole ready stage again. I don't have to be back here on Mars, finding that shot line and coming into it. Some people might need to be doing that. I personally don't need to be doing that. I don't need to be doing a lot of this stuff. Some people might. Go for it. If that's your thing, go for it. Me, I'm just looking to get in alignment. And the alignment for me includes the knowledge of the distance between myself and this cue ball. So I can do all that, get my alignment. This is my transition. I'm also moving this to get this lined up, and then shoot. And do the same thing again. Do it over and over and over. Do the same thing every time, even if it's dumb, even if you don't think you need to do it, even if you need one and it's right there, still do it, because you get in the habit of doing it. You get in the habit of always doing the same thing every time. And then it becomes, kind of scratching me mad. I did rush that a little bit, but I rushed that in the set stage, and we'll talk about that in another video. For this one, that's it. I have 3 stages: ready, set, go. I didn't make that up. Somebody else did. And the ready stage, for me, is all about just getting everything aligned on the shot line correctly. That's all it's about. There are ways to do it. How you approach a shot. For me, looking at the cue ball as I approach a shot is really important, because it also helps me to focus. It helps me, doesn't completely eliminate distractions for me. sometimes better than others, but if I'm focusing on the cue ball, maybe I'm not thinking about how loud the music is in place, or the pretty girl sitting over there, or how much better my opponent is than me and how much he's going to kick my ass, whatever. If I'm just focusing on that cue ball, that helps. Doing that during the ready stage, because I already want to look at the cue ball anyway, to make sure I get my distance and to start getting that alignment to the shot line. I think that's it. This is not much of a video. I'm going to talk about the other two stages that I use. They probably will be separate videos, but I have to check the length on this one first. We'll find out. Later.